Hey, it's Roy Richardson, your friend, neighborhood tech troublemaker. Tonight we're going to talk about copyright strikes. How can you avoid them? Because, man, I don't know about you, but I hate it when I pick a song I really like and YouTube says, "That wrong answer, thank you for playing." I'm going to take your video down, or I'm going to block that video, or if you ever earn any revenue, we're going to take it away from you. So we're going to talk about ways. First of all, we're going to talk about copyright strikes and copyright violations and understand what the difference is. And then we're going to talk about how you can avoid it. So let's go and start the show. So, here we go. All right. So, what is a copyright strike anyway? Copyright strike? Yeah, it's a new language. I'm just learning it. I'm doing Duolingo to try to learn English. So, it's when someone says you're using their stuff. If you use their songs, their images, or videos, they can claim a copyright strike against you. And what does YouTube do when it's a copyright strike? Well, they could and probably will take your video down. And you do it enough times, they could take your channel down. And I don't know about you, but that would make me sad. I would be sad if they took my channel down. And then let's talk about ways to avoid that, though. How can you avoid a copyright strike when you choose music? And this applies to video and images too. We're not going to really get too deep into that, but you could make your own original content. You could write your own songs and stuff. I mean, that's one way, certainly, but yeah, not everybody is a musician. I'm not a musician anymore. So I have written music in the past, but yeah, I'm not that guy anymore. And then here's, find legitimate sources of copyright-free music like Creator Mix or Senpai Music or YouTube Audio Library, or you can license a service like Epidemic Sound. So I'll show you a demo of that in just a minute. And then, how does YouTube know that a song is copyrighted? Well, here's what happens. They have algorithms that create a digital signature. So think of it as a fingerprint. So every song has a unique digital fingerprint. And so when you upload a video with a song, then YouTube goes through its algorithm and says, hey, I'm going to check and see if this matches a fingerprint of a song that's been on our channel before and that somebody has said they have a copyright on. So like all the music labels have partnerships with YouTube, and they take their songs and they say, hey, figure out what the digital signature is for all of our music. And then YouTube goes through that process and tries to make sure that you're not using music that's going to violate copyright. Because several years back, YouTube was sued for big billions of dollars of bucks. And they settled out of court. We have no idea how much they did it for, but part of that was to make sure that people didn't steal their music. Because before, it was a wild west. You could use any song you want, any video, anything you wanted. And so YouTube said, all right, we're going to try to do a better job of policing that. Because originally, somebody had to file a copyright claim first before YouTube would do anything. Now, usually if you upload a video, YouTube automatically checks to see if it's got any copyright violations. And how does it know that a song is copyrighted? Sometimes copyright holders find you even if YouTube doesn't. So, sometimes somebody will come across your video and say, okay, they're violating my copyright. And they will file a claim against your video and say, hey, and then unfortunately, sometimes false claims are filed. And sadly, with YouTube, you're guilty until proven innocent, and you have to dispute those claims. And YouTube will sometimes tell you how to dispute those claims. So it is a pain and can be a challenge. Most of the time, it ends well. It goes just like it should. And if you have not violated somebody's copyright, then you get cleared and your videos put back up. But it gets crazy. But wait, I got a copyright violation and not a strike. What's the difference? Well, the difference is a copyright strike means that the copyright holder has notified YouTube that your video contains copyrighted material they don't want you to use. And a copyright violation is a less serious infraction than a copyright strike. It means that the copyright holder has notified YouTube that the video contains copyrighted material, but they haven't asked for your video to be taken down. So in this case, they may want to share in your revenue that you might make on your channel. So let's take a look. This is how violations are handled. So a copyright strike is very serious. action taken, the video is taken down, a possible ban from YouTube, and if you get 3 strikes before your channel gets terminated. On a copyright violation, this is less serious. YouTube may add ads to your video, and any revenue you make would go to the copyright holder. So let's say you get monetized, that video you ain't gonna make no money on. So that's a bummer. Now, how can we get around all of that? Well, you can use legitimate services that either give you free copyright free music that you can use any way you want. Maybe it's under Creative Commons, or maybe they're just releasing it and they have worked out something where you can use their music, or you can buy a service. So let's go see who's out there first, and then we'll go to demo time. So how's it out there, everybody? All right. It's Dan. How you doing, sir? Good to see ya. And Amy's out there as well. Hello, it must be Tuesday. Yes, if it's 9 o'clock and it's a Tuesday and I'm on live. So yeah, this is an important conversation. It is. And I'm going to show you, I had a copyright violation against me. It's kind of funny though. That happened a while back. Good day. Hey, Lala, how you doing? My guy's saying hi to everybody. So I'll get to that in a minute, but let's talk about ways that you can get around it. So I bet you've heard of Nick Nimmin. If you've heard of Nick Nimmin, then Nick Nimmin and his brother have created a website called Creator Mix. And on Creator Mix, you can go and use their music. I can play anything on here. There's some mellow stuff. It's really mellow. Or Easy Day. It's kind of lo-fi stuff here, you know? And then basically right here, you can go up here and choose the mood that you want. So maybe I want energetic. I can go find something energetic like Stomp. Whatever this is, let's find out. Yeah, all right. That's pretty headbanging. Yeah, I could go for that. I'd be like an intro. My car just pulled up, and I'm drifting, and there's rocks flying, and I'm going around a curve. I know you can see this. I'm going around a curve, and that's the sound, and you see the wheel. You're doing a close up on the wheel, and you see the wheel spinning. I think that's great. So I mean, and when you're making videos, it is really cool to find music that goes with the action that's happening in the video. It helps bring in the viewer. So that's a cool thing. And you can stream this also. So some creators, especially gamers, will go out to either Spotify if they have a service there, or YouTube Music even, or Amazon, or I think Apple's supported. Let's find out. Yep, there's the Apple icon. Let me go back to sharing my screen. So Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon, or Apple, and they will play this music in the background while they're gaming. They will pick a playlist, and they'll play this music while they're playing the game, and they don't have to worry about copyright strikes. And so, really cool. You just log in, so get started with it, and then you can pick genres and mood and home. And so this music is free. Free as in beer, like free beer. So you can use this music and you won't get copyright strikes. If something happens where you do somehow get a copyright strike, they will defend you and talk to YouTube on your behalf and say, hey, look right here. No DMCA, no copyright strikes ever. So what they've done is they submitted all their music, just like the music labels have, and said, go do digital signatures. And if it's one of our songs, it's all good, man. Let them use it. Now, you're probably wondering how they make money. Well, streaming services. So just like your favorite artist, if you go listen to Taylor Swift, she gets some pennies for you listening to a song on Spotify or Amazon or Apple or wherever. Well, they get that same kind of, pennies for you listening to music on their streaming services. And so if you're buying one of those services, you're kind of already paying for it anyway. And so that's one way that they make money. But the cool thing is this is a great way to support the creator community. Another option that I like, let me go back here, is Senpai, also called Stream Beats. And you can go here and use their music. So this music also is Harris Heller, if you ever heard him. Really famous on Twitch, and copyright-free music for Twitch streamers and YouTubers. So you can just pick. I like a lot of their lo-fi stuff. I have used some of this in my videos in the past. So I do like it. I'll go in here. I got some dubstep. I admit the music selection is smaller, but the quality of the music is really good, and it's free. And it's so free that if you wanted to just go download it, you can scroll away at the bottom, and right here, download tracks, and it will literally take you to a Google Drive, and you go out here, and you can go to these different columns, and find the song you want, and just download it. That seems to be thinking about it a little bit. There we go. And you can just download it and use it in your videos. There's no copyright violations. They even have a way for you to, if Google somehow confuses one of their songs and tries to say you're violating copyright, they also have a form. You fill it out, and they'll go support you, and you'll win the battle with YouTube, because they'll say, look, hey, we said the music was free. And so just go out here and find it. Harris Heller actually has some songs that he's written or that he's performed on, and so you can use this. It's just that easy, and that's a neat way to do it. Another way, and this one gets to be a slippery slope, but if you go into YouTube Studio, let me zoom in here. You go into YouTube Studio and scroll down, you'll find Audio Library right here. And this is YouTube's open source, Creative Commons music collection. Now, if you use music from here, they do want you to put a little snippet in the description of your video saying, hey, I got this from YouTube Music Library. And if you know who it's by, like here, whoever Track Tribe is, you can go and say, wow, that's a little loud. Might want to turn that down. So anyway, go and find it and give that artist, an attribution. Say, look, this person wrote the song and I'm using it in my video. But totally cool, because it's part of the YouTube audio library. I have heard some mixed signals where a couple of people said, hey, I used a song from there, and later I got a copyright strike, and you can usually sort that out. But that has happened in a couple of cases, because it's like, hey, you should be regulating your own stuff here a little bit better than that. So I see a bunch of people. I just go see what all's going on out here. Ta-da! All right, yeah. Yep. Good day, Roy. All right, yep. Mommy God says thank you for the welcome. Yep. It says neat that they provide that for creators. It is very neat. It's Walter Strong. Yeah, Creator Mix and Epidemic Sound, a way to go. We're going to talk about Epidemic Sound here in just a minute. Now, those services I just showed you, those are all free. Free as in beer, as they say. So you can use those. Super helpful. I've had to navigate that being a YouTuber musician. Yep, I bet so. I gotta imagine that's a challenge. Walter saying hi to Mommy God. So I've been focused on lesser known pieces and just rotating ones I know will get a copyright claim. For the others, I direct listeners to their websites and sales pages, and it's been well received. And see, that's the interesting thing. It's kind of interpretation. So there is fair use, and so the interesting thing is fair use is a gray area sometimes. But if you are doing an interpretation of something, or you're doing a parody of something, usually, or you're doing commentary on something, usually those things are allowable on YouTube, and you won't get a strike. But it's so iffy, and because of digital signature stuff, the way they detect the songs in there, sometimes you get tripped up. But if you were doing a performance, then that would be interpretation of a song, and in that case, it would hopefully not get a strike. You would be okay. I will say the Eagles used to be evil, and that you couldn't even do a derivative of any of their songs. They would take it down right away. Prince also used to be that way as well. Prince would not let you put up any of his stuff, and if you did a derivative of any of his stuff, he would file a claim against you. And I love Prince. Prince is one of my favorite artists of all time. So, hey Denise, how you doing? Welcome. She's doing an apron series. Definitely, I like the aprons in the month of August they're doing. Yeah, thanks for saying hi to Denise. Denise is awesome. Denise, friends, please don't forget, hit that like button to Roy's live stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. La. Sammy, how you doing out there tonight? I saw you earlier today. Hi, Sammy. Greetings, Matt House in the house. Hey, saying hi to everybody. I always cite whenever I get from the YouTube audio library or from my paid subscription of Epidemic Sound. Yeah, it's not a requirement for Epidemic Sound to do that because it's a paid service. It's really cool, though, that you do. I do think artists deserve recognition, and I do think Epidemic has some really good songs. And let's go look at that next. Let's go take a peek. Okay. By the way, that's from Epidemic Sound. All right. So this is Epidemic Sound. I'm going to go ahead and confess I use Epidemic Sound. This is a service I use for so many of my videos. I also use it for my podcast. I use it for stuff I do on Twitter and Facebook and on all those other services. You cannot use it but on one YouTube channel. So basically you can use it on one of everything you do. But if you have like two Twitter, well, make that X now, or 2 Twitch streams, you'd have to buy 2 licenses for Epidemic Sound. I do have an affiliate link down in the description that if you use that and you buy the service, I get a free month. You get a free month. It doesn't cost you any extra. So, but I do love Epidemic Sound. I use a lot of their sound effects. I will say though, they're missing popping sounds. I need more popping sounds, and I need more. That's one of the things I'm looking for. Whooshing sounds sometimes too. I just can't find the perfect whoosh. Anyway. So I use a lot of their sound effects because one of the other things is that in order to really put your video into the mind of the viewer, giving sound effects to things like, say, I notice a lot of YouTubers will put, as they do transitions in their videos, they will have a sound because that helps keeps the viewers to attention. So these are things I'm trying to do. And it has a cool feature now where it will help you match it up with your video so that you can see what it's going to sound like with your video playing. So a cool feature. I often go in here, I'll do a search and I'll say instrumental. So you'll see some previous instrumental saxophone jazz, rain sounds, morning instrumental, somber instrumental. I don't remember typing somber, but maybe I was looking for something there. I like a lot of their, just a lot of great music here. So, this is just my favorite site, and I use a lot of instrumental stuff because I used to have an intro that had somebody singing. I love the intro, and people kept saying, "Oh man, I don't like that intro," so I got rid of it. I miss it because it's a really upbeat, cool little intro. But Epidemic Sound, let me see. Go click on my link, my channel. Yeah. Channel. This is what happens when you do things backwards, which is how I always do things. It's my goal to do things in a complicated way, so that it's easier for you. But anyway, so I think if I go here, incognito mode, go to the site. All right, yes, cookies. So anyway, you can start a free trial of Epidemic Sound. Use my link, and like I said, I'll get a month if you subscribe. But hey, just try that anyway because they're really good. You'll like it. I think you'll like the music there. If you want something over and above what you're getting for free. That's the whole point, is what I'm trying to make there. So I'm a big fan. There are other services out there as well that charge a fee, and I really do love them as well. Let's see, we've got some more shout-outs out here. Let's see what else is saying. All right. Ta-da. Mom again, thank you. He's 7 and super keen out right now. Wish me luck. His energy matches mine. Oh, I missed a conversation. We got to find that. Got a jet. Going to play badminton with my lilies. Yeah, go play badminton. Definitely be there. See, at several sets of badminton. Thanks for dropping by. I don't know what that means. Hey, Florence, how you doing out there tonight? He's 7 super keynote right now. Yeah, it's probably still a little bit of daylight where you are, so go for it. Sir smashes all around. See you next week. Yep. Epidemic's my only paid subscription in 2 years. I've never had a problem. Yeah, I've been with Epidemic about 2 years as well. I've never had any issues with Epidemic, and they just keep adding music all the time. The same with the other services. Creator Mix is fairly new. It's only been around about a year. And so they do have a lot of new stuff. I did a little bit of repeat there, but I like it. And you can't beat the price if it matches up with what you do. So I definitely recommend taking a look at that. So I've got a link in the description to this page. So this is about YouTube's copyright strike basics. So this is always subject to change. So, this is community guidelines, so this is subject to change. So I do always recommend going here. This is the authority on what YouTube's policies are on copyrights. The key thing is, I did a, let me show you. So I did this short, was about my word of the year, which is now. My word of this year is now. And I used a Sia's song in it, and then I couldn't play. This video could not be watched in Russia. It had a copyright claim. It wasn't a strike. It was a copyright violation, but only for the country of Russia. And so I'm not going to play it and get myself in trouble. But because it had the Sia song in it, I could not, this video couldn't play it in Russia. That's fine. So I'm missing somebody. I won't get into politics, but that's fine. I don't care if Russia can't watch my video. I'm sad for them. They're missing out. But that's just the funny thing about it. When you're going through YouTube and you're doing shorts and they're using their songs, well, the artist there can let you use their song, and then they can decide later you can't, and your video will be taken down because they suddenly decided they no longer wanted to offer their song as an option on YouTube. If you use their song, if your video gets monetized, then they will be able to take a portion of the proceeds from your song. I think it's, I gotta double check the split there, but they get a big chunk of money if you make something. So if you make $1, I think they get at least 45 cents out of that. So it's pretty high what they get on that. So just be aware that when you're picking songs on YouTube to play in your videos on shorts, that there's potential for them to make revenue off of you, or potential for them to suddenly decide, you know what, I don't want my song on YouTube anymore, and take it down. And so that's the downside of that. That's why I recommend using free services, like Creator Mix or Senpai or YouTube's music library or Epidemic Sound or one of the other subscription services, instead of getting a copyright strike. And that way, if you do get monetized, you're not going to have a video get taken down later because suddenly it's a copyright strike. So, and worse, have your channel taken down because you violated community standards by violating the copyright 3 times in a row. So always bad stuff. You don't want that to happen. So anyway, yep, saying hi to Lala. Hey John, Coffee Duck. Hey Florence. Have you ever used bin sound? The first year I did YouTube, I have not done bin sound. Curious. And then also John saying hi Lala. Let's go find out what bin sound is. Bin sound. I'm going to compete against Soundstripe, whoever they are. All right, let's go look at bin sound. Hopefully they won't play any music on me and get me in trouble. So let's take a look. Oops. Let's try this one. And stop that sound there. All right. Rolled a few music videos. Let's see what the pricing looks like on it. So let's see. £9.99 per month. I'll have to go do the conversion. Is that euro actually? Go find out. It's probably about 11, 12 bucks a month there. Okay, so a UK site. A lot of things you can't use it with, but that's interesting. So yeah, that's interesting. They do have a pay per track option. That's interesting. Let's see, LIK, licensed music. Try to remember. There is a site where you can actually go license individual songs, and suddenly I'm having a brain cramp. Remember what it is. Licked. Here we go. So if there is a song out there and you absolutely cannot live without it, and you want to pay money to license that song, licked.co. Licked.co. lickd.co will let you license a song. It ain't cheap, and you sometimes you can only license it for a duration of a period of time, or you can license it. They'll considerably do it forever. You'll of course have to attribute the artist in your description, so they know. You'll have to put your license key number to let them know that you have licensed that song. And I've heard that sometimes you still get a copyright strike and then you fight it and you win, but you have to show that you're licensed to use that song. So I guess I'm curious. I had a song I was very interested in using. See, it says, okay, yep, unlimited use, 100,000 royalty-free tracks. Okay, so brands, music, yep. So you can go and pick songs. Now they have Dua Lipa and Justin Bieber. So here you go. I mean, if you Ice Spice. So if you just absolutely have to have a song, Dua Lipa, you can go pay money and license a song for your video. So that's something to consider if you really like, man, this is my theme song. I got to have that, you know. It's going to be the song that I use for all my videos. So it is an option. I've never done this. So let me know. If somebody out there does this, please contact me. Let me know how the experience was for you, because I'm very curious. Love to see a video about it. So that's just another option. So if you just can't live with the other options out there, like I said, Creator Mix, Stream Beats, Senpai TV, Stream Beats, the Audio Library, Epidemic Sound, you know, those are some options that you have. And then here go licked.co, where you can go and license a song to use for your channel. I think I looked one time in a song I wanted, they didn't have it as an option. I was really wanting to do a parody of a song, and so it didn't give me an option to do that. Let's see. All right, what else we got out here going on? I guess it's not free anymore. It was. Oh, yeah. It is me, yes. But I'm not playing music. At one time, I did write music. At one time, I could sing, but I will spare you. I will not do that to anybody here because I like all of you. So I would never do that to you. But yeah, I was just being silly with my ukulele. So how Rich, how you doing out there? So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you using any of these services? Tell me in the chat, or tell me in the comments if you're watching on replay, and let me know, what service do you use, if any? What do you do for music for your videos? If for example, the streaming software I use came with a bunch of sounds right off the bat. If you have a Stream Deck, you can go and have your monitor go to sleep for a second. That was weird. All right, come back. All right. There are sound effects built into the Stream Deck that you can go and download and use. And so that's another option as well, is to go and use sound from Stream Deck. Now the Stream Deck does it weird, and you will have to play the sounds through the Stream Deck device itself. But you are licensed to use those songs because you have a Stream Deck and you're running their software. But that is an option to do that. So yeah, there's so many places you can get legitimate music that you can use. What the Stream Deck does best is sound effects. So a lot of sound effects come with it, and that's kind of neat. A lot of laser sounds. So if you're doing a sci-fi video, probably the Stream Deck's got some good stuff you can use. So yeah, Mommy Guy says, yes, have always been on Epidemic Sound, no worries so far. The Stream Deck copyright-free music, I had to fight a song but won. Oh, wow. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but usually, it'll work. Just cancel Epidemic. Too many weird things going on. Interesting. I have never had an issue with Epidemic. Was it a copyright kind of hit type thing, or just something else? And I will tell you that I own purposely, share my screen to show you this though. I own purposely, because Epidemic Sound is a subscription. Let's find a way to share my screen. Let me do a little share here. We'll go with this, and then we'll change out what I'm sharing so I can show you my screen. Okay, primary display. All right, so I want to show you this. So I make sure to create a folder for Epidemic Music, and then when I download it, I put it in that folder. And why do I do this? Because I want to make sure that if I ever cancel my subscription, I wouldn't make a mistake of using the music after the fact. So you are legal to use Epidemic Sound as long as you have a valid subscription. If you ever cancel the subscription, then you would technically not be licensed to use their music anymore. And yes, as John said, if you pay yearly, it's a bit cheaper. It is definitely a bit cheaper. No issues, but they've made some changes. Okay, cool. I was more worried that you might have had a copyright problem, and then that would have made me really sad because Epidemic's been really good to me. So yeah, definitely. I pay yearly, so I pay yearly as well for Epidemic. It is a bit cheaper that way. There's a lot of services, if you know you're going to use them, they are often cheaper to do them yearly. So, but you've got to decide, is this what I really want? So you definitely, when you do the free month, if you did the free month with Epidemic, then definitely kind of say it's always important to have an asset library of your music. Hang on. And keeping your subscription current. Yes, that is definitely true. So whatever service you use, make sure that you stay in compliance with their rules. If you use one of the free services, they are pretty laid back. I have not had any issues with them. The challenge I have is finding music that kind of matches what I'm looking for. Some of their sites don't have a great search capability, but that's the kind of stuff to look into. So that is it. That's all I have got for tonight. I just want to shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. And just, use free music if you can. If you can't, get a paid service so that you don't have copyright strikes on your video for music. So, should one cancel? Are the videos you already paid? No. If you were subscribed when you released the video, then you are fine. You don't have to go back and remove the music from your videos. Nope. So if you say, for example, you did buy Epidemic Sound or one of the other services out there, when you were subscribed, you were legal to use their songs, and then when your subscription's over, you're not allowed to use their songs going forward. But anything previous, you don't have to go and suddenly take the audio off of videos that you did. That would just be insane and quite a nightmare. There's some stuff they've changed related to artists that get off Epidemic Sound and something about TikTok and Shorts. Don't know the details, though. I'll have to go do some research on that. I don't have an issue with TikTok, and I've about given up on Shorts with the changes that YouTube is making with Shorts, taking the links off of them. It's not a huge showstopper for me, but I will say that the Shorts usually are not my audience. So that's kind of a challenge you have with Shorts, is that when you do Shorts, especially if it doesn't really match your normal topic, then you're kind of diluting your demographic, who your avatar is to watch your video. I do like the fact that with Shorts, you will be able to put links to long form videos. But it's Ed from Film Booth says, people are there to watch Shorts. They're not there to watch your long form videos. And so you're taking them away from the candy and the instant gratification they're getting from Shorts, because Shorts are kind of that quick high of something entertaining, and then long form videos are slower and covering topics, and so just not gonna be the same. So I am probably going to just completely give up on Shorts, or I will rarely release Shorts because I don't think it makes sense anymore. And that's just me. I was never gonna make that viral video anyway because that's not my style. So anyway, that's it for tonight. That's my show for tonight. Thank you to everybody that came by and said hi. If you would, hit that like button. If you didn't, if you are not a subscriber to my channel, why not subscribe? I'm doing a brand new series called YouTube 101, where I go into the basics of creating a YouTube channel and all the things you need to think about. We're going to break it down into very small steps and go through everything. And so those will be coming out about one video every 1 to 2 weeks. And so hope you enjoy that series. If that's something you need, please take a look at it. And just thank everybody. Denise says, I try to do shorts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I only do them for buckets of content that I already produced. Yep. I've been using Opus Pro, and, it's just, I don't think I'm getting the bang for the buck there. Then bye, everybody. So, everybody, have a wonderful night. And let's see, I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And that's it. That's our show. Thanks so much for coming. Be sure to leave me a comment. Tell me what you use as a music service if you're watching a replay on this. So thanks. Have a great night or a great day. Thanks. YouTube is going to tell you that I got a video that you should watch. So go click on that. Go watch that. It's going to be amazing. I promise.